Hey, welcome back to the Chambercast. Your host Jay Heish, and I have in the hot seat today with me Maureen Kolb.
Kolb.
Kolb, I said it right.
Yes,
Maureen
you
Kolb,
did.
you are the director
Yes, I am.
at HCC at the Incubator and Labs. What's the official name of that place?
David W. Fletcher.
There it is.
Right here.
Yeah,
David
Incubator and Labs
At Hagerstown Community College.
There you go.
But we also have the culinary incubator. So that
it's
is
two different things?
Yeah, it's kind of under the same thing. I'm not really sure
Did
why
that come first?
That
came first.
The Fletcher incubator
Then
came first,
then the
culinary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there was the kitchen that we use now used to be a student cafeteria.
Okay.
At COVID, they shut it down, and then they just used the hilltop up at HCC, and then so it was just sitting vacant. And my predecessor said, "Why don't we make a culinary incubator?"
Yeah, why not, right? Kind of hit the reset button.
She just didn't have enough
Thanks
work
to COVID,
to do,
right? Yeah,
so
there you go.
she said,
Oh, yeah, that too?
Yeah.
Oh. You said it.
No, I'm joking,
kidding.
right?
I know
yeah.
you are.
I'm like, so.
It's all love here in the
Yeah.
Chambercast.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you were the director.
I am.
How long has the incubator been since COVID, right?
Well, so the incubator that you know now since like 2021, but back, I believe it was in the 90s.
Oh,
some of the
way
larger, the larger players in the community got
Is that
together.
where David W. Fletcher comes in?
No, so David W. Fletcher is a local nonprofit that works with. So they are sort of the sponsor of the
I got you.
of the incubator.
But it's been around since the 90s, kind of?
Yeah, so it used to be called the Technical Innovation Center.
Okay.
And so back again, I think it was in the 90s sometime. It was quite
Way
a while
back
ago.
then.
Yeah,
Black
way
and
back
white.
then.
Silent movies.
I still think that was like 10 years ago.
Me
right?
too. Don't get me started.
So,
Good times.
yeah. But the larger players in the community, this is the story I was told, kind of got together and they said, we don't have anything for entrepreneurs. Like we need something to help them. And so HCC at the time had the resources and the capability to do it. And so they did it, and they created the Technical Innovation Center. And then so in 2021, I believe, is when it was renamed and renovated and everything. It's a beautiful building. I don't know if you've been over.
I've been over.
Yeah,
I delivered some stuff there. Yeah, it's nice. You guys did a really good job in there. Yeah. So let me ask you this: this is your elevator pitch. If you just made me, how does it benefit the area, and why does it exist?
So, you're an entrepreneur. You're
Yes,
a business owner. So you know it's not easy, and I mean it's something like
a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, 60% of new businesses fail, and so we want to do what we can to make sure that doesn't happen for as many entrepreneurs in the area. And so we want to be a place where people who let me back up there.
Yeah.
One of the things I've learned is that people are really good at their craft.
Right.
But the
turning into a business side,
very different.
100%.
And so I think that's the piece that we provide as that business piece.
You provide the ground to execute.
Yep.
That's the key word here, folks.
Execute.
Speaking as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So, we have the chefs that come in, the bakers, the caterers, web design, consultants, marketing, and people who know their area, their
expertise,
business,
their
right?
thing, right?
Yeah, they know how to do whatever it is that they're doing.
Right.
But the finances, the marketing of it, the
bookkeeping,
the human resources
100%.
side, the leadership side, it's a different beast. And so that's what we provide. And so, That's I think the point of it is to give all of the
you give them a good solid ground
foundation.
Yep. Has it been the case where some businesses have started and not worked out and they're not there anymore type of thing? I mean, it happens.
It happens.
Right. It's just
it happens.
Yeah.
One of the things that I've just done this for the last year. So I was I started in June of last year.
Right.
And so one of the things that I implemented was a little bit more of a rigorous application process to try to weed out those folks.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Are you in it for the long haul? Yeah, right.
Yeah. And so it's not, I always say, like, you can have an A+ person with a B idea and make it great, but you can't take an A idea with a B person and make it great. And so I want to find those A people who some of them have A ideas too. I'm not saying that they don't.
100%. But again, it's the execution part.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And so we're looking for entrepreneurs that are coachable, teachable, willing to say, I don't know everything.
Right.
And ask for help when they need it. Take 100%. Help when we. Don't
be stubborn, folks.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, grows.
That's exactly
grows
right.
Some tough skin too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. It is hard, but yeah. So.
All right. I have my list of questions.
Yes, I know. I've been kind of trying to cheat.
So, here you go. My next question is just for those listening, those interested possibly. Yeah. What would you say? What services and amenities are provided over there?
Sure. So, if you're interested in coming over, there's a lot of things that we provide. So, one of the biggest keys is we have entrepreneurs in residence. So I like to talk about them. We have the folks from High Rock and Warehouse Cinemas, Hardy Pet, and a few other folks who are in the incubator, and they're there for the members. So that is one thing I really, really like, because these are seasoned, veteran, successful entrepreneurs.
Those are my people, man.
Yep. So, they call Ryan and say, "Hey, I have a question." Ryan. Yes, love him.
Yeah, good guy.
Or Greg, or they have, whoever, they have them there. So we provide one-on-one business coaching, any kind of different educational opportunities. They obviously we have office space for them, or culinary kitchen space, depending. Advising, different networking opportunities. They also get a chamber membership, so that's part of their.
It comes with it, right? There you go. There's the benefit.
Yep, that's a huge benefit. In their membership, they get, like I said, one-on-one business coaching, 1 hour per month per member. But then they also get access to a ton of just people who want to help and who have experience in things. And so they'll come to me and they say, "Hey, I have to hire someone. Who do I go to?"
See, this is awesome.
And I just say, "Well, let me think of the 20 people at the chamber that I know."
This is incredible. I mean, if you're a new business, you're not going to get that kind of support or whatnot, opening a shop in downtown Hagerstown.
No.
This stuff is right there in the campus.
My long-term goal for the incubator is to be a place where, even if you're starting a business downtown, you can come and we have some support for you.
I get you. Kind of like a lifeline over there, right?
Yeah, like I want to
network. Yeah,
I want to be a place that anybody in Washington County can come to get the services. Because right now, the services are for the folks that are in the incubator.
Correct.
But I think there's an opportunity to grow it where we can help more than just the folks in the incubator. Right. So that's my long-term goal for the
Call Display J at ExpoNet USA for all your portable display and graphics needs. With printing facilities nationwide, Display J's got you covered on both sides of the country and anywhere in between. You've got a guy. Call Display J at 301-378-9363 or www.exponetusa.com. Also available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
How long have you been there?
So I've been the director for the last year, but I've been at HCC since April of 22. So before taking over as the director, I was the program manager for continuing education and workforce development. I did.
Get the big D word, director.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to you.
Thank you.
That's just recently, right, director? How long ago?
A year. Yeah. June of last year.
So coming up, 1 year anniversary as director. All right, we should celebrate that.
We should.
Yeah.
Tell Paul. Throw me a party.
Come on, man.
Or something.
All right. We do some digital confetti on the screen here. So I'm just kidding.
Nice.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah,
but it's a month early, so we can't do it yet.
I like it.
All right. Okay, you're starting a new business here in Hagerstown or Washington County, and how does one sign up? What are the boxes you get to check off?
You got to, first of all, obviously come meet with us. So the first thing, we do have an application. It's on our website. You could call myself or Virginia. She's my office associate. She's fantastic. Call us. We'll get you. The first thing we want to do is just meet you and talk to you about your business.
Yeah.
The application is really important because I want to know how far into the business you are. So we'll work with startups or anything under 7 years technically. So we've worked with folks who I just have an idea and I don't know what to do with it, to I've had a business for, a year or two, I'm not making any money, or, they've had their business for a couple years and they want to maybe go into a new market or expand or something. So we've worked with them. So you come to see us. We do a tour, obviously, and we have conversations. And I tell you all the things that you have to do in order to be a member. Because one of the things I want to make very clear is this isn't just cheap office space,
right?
Or
That's what I'm saying.
or culinary space that
for
you
your
can
forks
just
and
rent.
knives and pots and pans, right?
This is a program that you apply to, you get accepted into, in which there are things that you're required to do.
There's some expectations.
Yep,
of course.
there are expectations, and you're held accountable to things. It's not just office space where you can come and go as you please, which you can come and go as you please.
If
but
you
you
have
know what
the
I
space,
mean,
but in order to get there,
right?
Yeah.
So they have to, for example, they have to go to at least one chamber event a month. Is a requirement of that.
Right.
They have to do 40 hours of education. We have what are called pit sessions. So once the second Wednesday of every month, we all get together.
Right.
We have lunch. We do some professional development. So those are required to come to. You have to meet with your business coach. Have to meet with me, sporadically. And so there's things that are required of the members. And so I kind of go over that, and we just make sure that those expectations are set. And so I also make them meet with the Small Business Development Center, Herb Melrath from the Small Business Development Center, as well as one of our entrepreneurs in residence.
Okay.
So we all kind of attack the conversation in different angles, and then we get together and we're like, what do we think? Do we think that they are a good fit, that they would, not only what can we do for them, we want to make sure we can help them, but what are they going to bring to our community as well?
Right.
Because, the networking that happens in our building is crazy. Just seeing the people who connect with each other, and they're like, well, have you ever thought of this?
Right.
No, I'd never thought of that, know? And so just what can they bring to the community as well? So, and then we sit down and we decide whether or not we think it's a good fit. And if we think it's a good fit, then we kind of go in and
Have you had to kick anybody out? You don't have to tell me why.
One person.
Really?
One person. And so one of the things
I want to know why.
I've done, I'll tell you after. No. One of the things I've done is I put in like a 90-day probationary period.
Right.
So they can decide, maybe this isn't for me, because again, you have to go to these chamber, and I'm going to hold you kind of your feet to the fire and say, I've been to every chamber event this month, and I haven't seen you. Where have you been? Because I come to most of these the chamber events. I'm always here. So we've done a 90-day probationary period just to kind of see, because it's easy for them to say, oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do this. I can do that. And then when it comes down to it, and it's like, well, I could either sleep in or they have work to do. I understand sometimes it's just they have work to do. But we can say, it's been 3 months. It hasn't worked out. So there's been one time that I did have to do that, but I think the 90-day probationary period, because if there wasn't, then there would be no kind of way for me to say something. So yes, I did.
There are gonna be some parameters here, of course.
I think it was just one of those things where they realize that they can't commit to what we ask for, and that's okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and that's okay. I mean, they
bit off more than they can chew.
Yep, they can still be successful. I mean, we're not saying the only way you can be successful is come to the incubator, but these are the things that we
to work in your vicinity. You have
that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rules are rules.
I know.
I mean, you're providing a really great opportunity for people.
Yeah, it's very affordable. So one of our office spaces start at $285 a month. I mean, you can't beat that. Suite spaces are between $550-ish to $700, depending on the square footage.
Right.
The kitchen is $325 a month.
Really?
For 20 hours of cooking, and everything, and our labs are either $600 or $300. So you can't get that kind of space.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's
and with all the amenities, and it's beautiful.
Why would you screw that up?
Yeah, I know.
How? Anyway, but people to people, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Cool.
That's okay.
Well, hey, this is great. There you go.
Yeah.
It's the David W. Fletcher Incubator and Lab
That is correct.
at Hagerstown Community College.
do this.
There you go. Ta-da. We'll put it on the screen. Whatever. It's a long name, though, but we'll put
I'm
it
just
up
thinking
there.
about the last time I did it when I put my chin down. I'm like, there's definitely going to be a double chin there.
Oh, we all worry about that. Just angles. I got like the security camera.
Yeah,
the camera
that's
just
the
high
way-
enough like you're in an elevator. You know what I
Smart.
mean? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would have said something if it was too low. I would have been like, Jay, you got to get
Yeah,
that up.
you're very. I noticed that before we hit record here. That's cool,
That's
though.
funny.
You know what's up. You know what's going on.
You know.
All right. Well, hey, Maureen, I want to thank you for coming on the Chamber
of
Cast.
course.
And if they want to reach out to you,
Yes.
where can they reach you at?
What is my phone number?
Mm-hmm.
240-500-2479.
There you go.
I remembered it. Or email makolb@hagerstowncc.edu.
I'll put that on the
Put
screen.
that on the screen,
There you
yeah.
go. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. There you go.
Yeah, thank you
David
so
W.
much.
Fletcher, Incubator and Lab at Hagerstown Community College. And this is Maureen Kolb, the director over there. So you got to pass most of it.
Come see me.
Come see her. Come see Maureen. I'm Jay Heish for the Chamber Cast. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Out of here.